knows everything.
You gonna cook from the inside.
Taking over blocks.
That's the play. That's the play that the Most High gonna put on the people in their thing. Now we just read what I.S.A.A.C was one or two. We read that they gonna go into the cave. So they gonna go into the cave, right? So if they gonna protect it, nope. Give me Amos 9. Oh, go ahead.
You right. You said that's the question. Amos 9.
Go to Amos 9. Let's see what's gonna happen. So people might ask a question. People might say, well, the nuke's gonna hit. They ain't gonna kill everybody. It's gonna be some people in the ground. It's gonna be some people in the submarines at the bottom.
Yeah, and we gonna go down and get them from up out of here.
Let's see what the Most High said.
Here.
Amos chapter 9. Read verse 2.
The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 2. Though they dig into hell.
Though they dig into hell, they done went down there and they done dug up underground bunkers and they got some top dollar sticking like a resort.
Only millionaires can get in.
Only millionaires can get in there. I'm talking about it's like a resort. If you ever seen some of those videos on YouTube when they show you those bunkers, man, they got swimming pools down there, theaters, video games. They got everything. So you got all of these things down here, all these comforts down here in these bunkers. But the Bible said, though they dig into hell, go ahead.
Thence shall my hand take them.
And my hand gonna take them. They can't hide from this. Go ahead.
Though they climb up to heaven.
Though they climb up into heaven, they up in the satellites. And in space, they got these what they call these things? Space stations. They have space. It's gonna be some people in them space stations when them nukes hit.
Don't know when you know that. We spin that five. Right when you pass by, like Johnny Gill, he hollering oh man. Fix your face to the blue, but the pull up. Not me, but the blue, got the hook up. Get the script now, pull it for your fill up. Switch it out with the script like a ruler. Let the breeze out like the Ruby. Big go with the baggy to the shooter. Only for the Most High, don't play who. Down here at the end, he be the fruit. Eyes up, let's move and maneuver. Keep your eyes on the police cruising. High speed chasing scripts, lose them. Throw them out there when I thumbs up to the trooper. Serve them up. We're the Uber, we get tight. Roman Noodle, Christ be the teacher. We be the tutor. The camp ready. It ain't a rumor. Thumbs up on my fist, I'm ready. Books in my backpack, I'm heavy. First back of B book, we ready. Hit the street, feed the sheep, we ready. We ready. Thumbs up on my fist, I'm ready. Books in my backpack, I'm heavy. First back of B book, we ready. Hit the street, feed the sheep, we ready.
Shalom, yeah, what's the truth? Psalm 119, 142. Ain't nothing about me, yeah, been a Jew.
It's possible for you to get at the bottom of that ocean. It's so much pressure, they done built so many different machines and try to go down there, they can only go so far.
That's right. Jesus look just like this.
That serpent is down there. He gonna call this serpent.
Cause we got going too.
Coming bold as a lion, not pushing boots. Step before you life and death, now you choose. Been print with my dogs like Blue Clues. Bishop, right here, call me cute. Sipping on the living water like I got the juice. You can tell what kind of trees by the fruit. On the block, hanging with the ox, no new. No fear bombs harder than Goku. Kick against a print like you know Kung Fu. Never heard the law, well, let me show you. First John 2 and 4, he don't know you. Love your brother like yourself, you supposed to. Do the Roman 7-6, he chose you.
Thumbs up on my fist, I'm ready. Books in my backpack, I'm heavy. First back of B book, we ready. Hit the street, feed the sheep, we ready. We ready.
Cap ready.
We ready.
Cap ready.
Thumbs up on my fist.
But yeah, that's it on that. Was there anything else that we seen, y'all, in Isaiah chapter 1 and 2?
There's one word that Tabat read that we run across it a few times. We run across it in Isaiah 3 and 6 when the Most High say that the daughters of Zion is haughty.
Oh, yeah.
But right here he said the sons are haughty.
Oh, man. Let's see what we at. 2, you said 2 on which verse?
I don't know, but it's one that Tabat read.
Verse 11. So it says, okay, it says, and upon The high mountains that you talking about?
As unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
Forever together, better. However, yeah, I wanna live forever. I love it when we are together. I know your kingdom will be better. So however, yeah, I wanna live forever. I love it when we are together.
So it's almost like a I'm better than you type of spirit. Pride, just pride in so many words. You know what I'm saying?
Arrogance, pride, conceit, I say hubris, self-importance, egotism.
Yeah. And these things are the Most High Spirit far away from. You know, if a person, he can't deal with nobody that's haughty.
I know your kingdom will be better. So however, we gon' keep these laws.
1 Peter 4:18, love one another earnestly. And since love covers our sins, then let's do it honestly. I know that we under the curses and don't see this commonly, as it was written in the law located in Deuteronomy. Let our past be our past and let's fulfill this prophecy. The Lord formed you from my rib to my rib so modestly. If we were still in this world, then it would be catastrophe. And let the blind lead the blind, there will be hypocrisy. So by bringing us together, it's been none but light to me. Your love shines like the sun, such a beautiful sight to see. And by keeping all these laws endure forever righteously, and pray we meet up with Yahweh to our final destiny. And never.
I love it when we are together. I know your kingdom will be better. So however, yeah, I wanna live forever. I love it when we are together. I know your kingdom will be better. So however, yeah, I wanna live forever. I love it when we are together. I know your kingdom will be better. So however, you're my King, my Lord, my Savior. So let's join our minds together. You know these heathens can be clever, but however, we gon' keep these laws. We gon' keep these laws. Yeah, we gon' keep these laws. You better keep these laws. Yeah, I wanna live forever. I love it when we are together. I know your kingdom will be better. So however, we gon' keep these laws.
Arrogance in their word, all of this definition. So it says, let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. Don't let it come out of your mouth at all. Go ahead.
For the Lord is a God of knowledge,
The Most High is the God of knowledge. Go ahead.
and by him actions are weighed.
And by him, actions are weighed. So he's looking at what we doing. He gonna put it on.
All praise to the Most High. 144 part 2.
So he said,
12 bars, 12 beats, 144 strings.
Hey, let's run up a milli.
Issachar, Manasseh, and Reuben, Zephaniah 2 and 1, we linking like a Cuban. A kingdom full of righteous men like Zebulun and Levi. Got more milk than Turner and more honey than a beehive. Can't forget about Gad and Asher and tribe of Simeon. Not talking about spices when I'm rebuking the sin of men. I'm from tribe of Judah, but got brothers in them talent false doctrine getting cut in our valley, getting trucked like the Nally.
Benjamin is the youngest after Joseph, who became a ruler, put his foot on top of Hotep. Coming in this walk, you gotta be a big stepper, place your bet on the Alpha. I'm not talking about no letters, you a winner. We ain't robbing, we ain't stealing, it ain't a crime to be like God. Cause them laws was given to us, them heathens trying to be like God. We the Jews, we got proof. I.S.A.A.C lying and they some fraud. Doctrine tight, we cutting it close just like some clippers without a guard. Step aside, look and watch the Father about to make a scene. We won't think about the first Egypt when he switching up the regime. Dance and sing, get on the chariots, do some donuts in that thing. Let them scoffers burn in hell, they gon' be crispier than cream. Tossed in fire, they the Lakers, cause he owed them just like Lamar. Putting out plenty lessons, we bench pressing, we still raising the bar. Do it quickly, tell 50 that the power ain't in the star, but it's in the one that created heaven and pulling strings like guitar. Christ didn't knock it, so I'm opening the door. Then he came in and he showed me where to go. Take your pick, any minute, man, and more. I.S.A.A.C came first, Jacob holding on the toe. Dwelling in unity, holding on the bro. Take the opportunity to be the status quo. Bomb by the drop, better look out below. Every knee is gonna bow, everybody hit the floor. From the very dust of my boots, they gonna lick up. Drinking and I'm living in water to beat them hiccups. The Maccabees going bananas, we never split up. Even and Judah together, now it's a sticker. If my brother struggling, falling, I tell him get up. Started on my back, now I'm lifted, I'm doing sit-ups. Psalm 91 and my angel won't let me slip up. Israelites flying the open, we bout to zip up. Never trip up, never force the course of river, let the water work. He don't need a million, he can use 300 like dirt. So Rocker 11 said he can change your life in a moment spurt. Now it's starting to make sense, just like Frank and Murray. We the salt of the earth, but them heathens playing with it. Treat this rap game like a baton, I just took it and ran with it. We so cold, they can't touch us, even if they had mittens. We so hot, ain't no one litter, even if they had kittens. Went from one land to the next, like FedEx, we got shipped. But this truth done made me free though, I'm not talking about no chips. Peace and quiet, how I like it, when I'm solo in them scripts. In that water, hearing voices, Marco Polo in them scripts. Gotta be humble as a dove, but be wiser than a serpent. Whether it be good or evil, you gon' find it if you search it. All them times you had to wait, you gon' find out it was worth it. Job well done, just like a steak, and the way you cut it is gon' be perfect. When you wake up in the morning and you looking in the mirror, tell me, bro, what do you see? Do you see a man that's wicked? Do you see a man that's righteous? Tell me now, which one you be? Well, since you asked, I made some sacrifices, but to be perfectly honest, it ain't none righteous. I'm just living off of grace, denying the worldly lust. Chapter 2, it's in the book of Titus. I didn't believe in God, I was on my way to hell. I said he got to reveal. Then I heard about the curses just like Pat Tillabell. I said it's got to be real. The ox knowing his owner, but Israel never considers. Always following Christ, that's the closest I get to Twitter. Season my words with salt, so take it and don't get bitter. I got something to tell you, so listen up and come hither. The Maccabees don't need instrumentals to teach a fool. We can beat on tables with pencils, we still gon' take them to school. There's more knowledge up in these words than the things that you rap about. Don't need to mention money or women to get some clout, or drugs to make this dope, or about guns to blow your head off. I seen my old self lacking, I murdered them, then I sped off. I looked in the review and I knew no one would miss him. I knew he had to die while he lived, no one could fix him. Eating the bread that never get molded, trying to stay holy so I don't get ghosted. Brother come in, you been to the marriage, take you to your table on something like a hostess. But they don't want it, they wanna stay dead, they like being comatose. If having the spirit is like taking drugs, then I'm about to overdose, meaning I'm getting my food. Skin is like brass and hair is like wood. Wisdom come out my mouth like my tooth getting pulled. Stay focused, be patient, don't judge premature. Don't matter if broke or an entrepreneur, cause godliness ain't game, poor people ain't minimized. You came by the spirit, you look like a clown for thinking your penny wise. Now I'm energized, got me in the vibe, getting counsel before every enterprise. Cause the revolution won't be televised. Switch my life from the dirt and got sterilized. Use the word as my crutch like I'm paralyzed. Now I'm strutting my stuff, ain't no holding my feet in the land of the north, but I pray to the east. Proverbs 1 and verse 20, we cry in the streets. Matthew 5 and verse 5, get the herb to the meat. Once upon a time, wanted to live like the master. Get a picket fence and live happy
happily ever after. I can't sit and lie, go take your gift after rapper. I can't make the alpha side, being around all these cappers. Blessed in the field and I'm blessed in the store. He was on my side, took it to my basket, pick and roll. I'm no longer walking foul, got my ducks in a row, and I'm giving out free game. I killed a buck in a row. I began with the milk, it's safe to say I had a good start. I ran with the script and now I'm established as the good part. He made me reborn and he cut the umbilical. I took me a breath, opened my eyes, I'm seeing spiritual. We got no images, no crosses, no false gods, no zoo. Israel my lineage for my benefit. I'ma put my talent in use. Sitting on the tripod, the camera, it still is gon' shoot. Try not to die hard, so I'm gon' do what his will is. Like Bruce, printing off flyers, we about to go crew. 2 by 2 like we riding in the coupe. On the straight path, I ain't changing my route. RSVP, got invited by Brew. Christ read the Bible, you can find it in Luke. We were sold to the nations, I was searching in Beirut. I ain't teaching no fool when I see him, I Jew. Can't play with no devils, I ain't never like dude. And this ain't a fluke, if he made us straight, then who can make crooked? The natives here first, but I.S.A.A.C, he took it. They on reservations, but they got a book it. Start coming to class and stop playing hooky. If this is a draft, we #1 rookies. The prophecy's coming, you know that we looking. We gave you the milk, sit down, take a sip. If you want the meat, then we gonna cook it. If a sinner live 1,000 or they live to see 100, they gotta get away from it. We ain't got nothing in common. It ain't nothing in these other nations either, cause they wicked. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. This ain't FIFA, we can't kick it, bro. He that overcomes, get in the city, that's for every pillar. Do nothing with haste, be a pacer, just like Reggie Miller. Gave my yoke to Christ, he gon' carry, he the sin healer. They think that it's something about Mary, like they being stiller. Laborers are few, but there is plenty in the harvest. Ask me what I do and I'ma tell you that I'm gardening. Judge me by my caliber, not talking about a carbon. I'm purchased with a price, so you can't get me for a bar. Just cause it glitter, it ain't gold and grass ain't greener on the other side. Best time of my life with mine, don't need to seek another bride. Running from these harlots, they can't get me like a sucker. Might be pretty as a rose, but she gon' prick you if you touch her. Don't be taken by her eyes or you'll be taken by surprise. Soon as she take off that head wrap, she was a demon in disguise. I teach my sons to stay from witches, they done cast down many slaves. She a H.O., she lost her V, so she can't get up in your lane. You wanna know the way to hell, then I'ma tell you it's her doorstep. Keep your pants up by all means, that's even if you got a broke bill. Some believe me, fat me greasy, and no surely pressure busting pipes. But you ain't built like that, you made her go cause you were Israelite.
Hey, check this out.
Verse 1. Wisdom is the beginning of health.
It was the Bible, it wasn't me. Amos 3, do we agree?
It maketh health to sit among great men.
Forget the punchlines and hard bars, this real time like Bill Maher. If I said something and you still scarred, charge it to my head and not to my heart. If I spoke it to somebody or I posted it and you read it, I didn't have no ill intent, I probably don't remember I said it. Whether in the classroom or the streets, I use the Bible when I teach. Many men were given the power to tame a man of a beast, even the crocodile, the dolphin, even lion, tigers, and swans. But it's one thing that ain't master, and that's controlling the tongue. I'm just like you, I'm just a brew. No, I ain't perfect, I'm just a messenger. If you hate the company policy, do you hate the boss who working there? I wish the best for you and your mother and your brother, father, and sons, and the whole host of Israel. I send my love with Shalom.
Things that we going through in our life is for the conviction of our faith. So he has already designed your steps before you even got here. Your steps was already designed. I'm gonna have him go through this way right here. He just gotta make the choice. You know what I'm saying? So he's the author of
Maccabees taking over blocks. Who shall separate us from Christ? Who shall separate us from Christ? Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody.
Scooping up these shells. Technical difficulties, y'all. I don't know what to say.
Shabbat Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom. We got a good lesson today. Hoping that the Most High use us and allow His word to speak to the people, to edify the people, to build you up. Get your paper, pens, and Bibles, apocryphas, and let's dive in this word. Today's lesson, for those online, thank y'all for joining us also. Today's lesson is entitled Stuff. Stuff and Things. Stuff and Things. I'm trying to see where I want to start off. Stuff and Things. Matter of fact, let's start at Genesis 45. Let's get Genesis 45. And make sure, you didn't have Genesis 45, did you? Give me Genesis 45. Stuff and Things. A lot of us get tied up and strung up off of stuff and things. There's also, before we get that, give me that, I put it in the pillars chat that I got off the internet. Let me read that. I want to read that real quick. It can set the stage. Yeah. It's right in the pillars chat. That stuff and things we put up. Yeah.
It's a screenshot.
Con.
When you go to the village chat, go right there and click it.
When I seen it, it made sense. Oh, you think we can put it right here? Also, I gotta. Well, I think I can do it. It says, stuff can be things, and things can be stuff. But stuff is unaccountable. And we're going to find out about that a little bit later. Stuff is unaccountable because what do you put in your house? Stuff. You store your stuff in your house, and sometimes you can have so much stuff that it becomes unaccountable. Unaccountable. You got too much stuff. You don't even know what half of that. Whereas things, oh, come on. Why need some glasses bad? Stuff can be things and things can be stuff. Thanks, King. But stuff is unaccountable. Whereas things are countable. Wow. You see that? If you have so many things that you can't count them all, and you have to stuff them all into cupboards, boxes, you probably have too much stuff. Stuff and things. Give me Genesis. Stuff and things. Joseph told his brothers about stuff. And we're going to share this with you today. Joseph told his brothers about stuff. This is at the point when Joseph now has revealed himself to his brothers. And he begins to provide for his brothers. Start at Genesis 45, start at verse 17. Start at verse 16. No. Start at verse 13.
13.
13.
The book of Genesis, chapter 45, verse 13.
Now watch what Joseph says about stuff. And I want us to get the mind of our forefathers. Read on.
And ye shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt.
Come on.
And of all that ye have seen.
Because now Joseph is what? Second in command in Egypt. The Most High brought him all the way from the prison pit to a position of true authority in Egypt. Read on.
And ye shall haste and bring down my father hither.
And go get my dad and bring him down here quick, so he can see how good I'm doing. I want to show him some love and give him some gifts. Read on.
Verse 14.
And
he fell upon his brother Benjamin neck and
because if you think about it, and you go back to the story, I think Benjamin was one of the the babies who he had in captivity, or he held on to until the other brothers got back. Gone. So he said he fell upon his neck and wept.
And also, Salakia, if I'm not mistaken, Joseph had never met Benjamin.
Gone.
He had never met him because Joseph was the baby.
Right.
Until they sold him off.
Right. It been that long.
It was that long. He had never met Benjamin.
Gone.
Go ahead.
Gone. Read on.
And Benjamin wept upon his neck.
And Benjamin wept upon his neck. Watch this. Read on.
Verse 15. Moreover, he kissed all his brethren.
He kissed all his brothers. Man, I love y'all, bro. Read on.
And wept upon them.
And wept upon them because now Joseph has revealed himself to his brothers. Out of all this time, out of all the stuff that they did to him, the Most High used that stuff for good. Read on,
And after that, his brethren talked with him.
After that, his brothers talked to him. Come on.
And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house.
And the fame of Joseph thereof was heard all up in Pharaoh's house. Read on.
Saying, Joseph's brethren are come.
Man, Joseph, man, he got brothers. His brothers coming. Read on.
And it pleased Pharaoh well.
It pleased Pharaoh well.
And his servants.
And his servants. Watch this. Read on.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph.
What did he say to Joseph?
Say unto thy brethren.
Go tell your brothers, Joseph.
This do ye.
This do ye.
Lay your beasts. And go. Get you unto the land of Canaan.
Read on.
And take your father and your households.
Take your father and your households.
And come unto me.
And come unto me. Come on.
And I will give you the good of the land of Egypt.
And I will give you the good of the land of Egypt.
And ye shall eat the fat.
And you shall eat the fat.
Of the land.
Of the land. Read on.
Now thou art commanded. This do ye.
Read on.
Take you wagons out of the land of Egypt.
Take you wagons.
For your little ones. And your wives. And bring your father and come. Also regard not your stuff.
Say what?
Also regard not your stuff.
Say what?
Also regard not your stuff.
Don't regard your stuff. Don't put no second thought to your stuff. Why?
For the good of all the land of Egypt is yours.
We around here worrying about the little stuff, and all Egypt is ours. Matter of fact, the whole world is ours. Give me y'all 2 Ezra 6. Pull that. We around here worried about the little stuff we got. You got stuff packed up in your attic. Some of us got basements. Yeah. We got all this stuff packed up. Uh-huh. Some of our brothers got plenty of shoes. You need to share some of them shoes with your brother. Got Gators and, all the Jordans, 12, 13, 12, 2402s. All this stuff. When the whole world yours. Read that real quick.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 54.
Uh-huh.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Whom thou madest Lord over all thy creatures.
Of him come we all.
Of him come we all. Come on.
And the people.
And the people.
Also.
Uh-huh.
Whom thou hast chosen.
Come on.
All this have I spoken before thee.
Read on.
O Lord.
Uh-huh.
Because thou madest the world for our sake.
You made the world for our sake. This ours. So we can't get on the brothers that don't know no better out here fighting and gang banging on the corner and tell them, man, stop arguing on the corner, the whole world yours. When we in hypocrisy ourselves, we come run up in the truth, arguing about stuff when the whole world yours. Hypocrisy. Give me the first video. Give me, what's his name? George Clooney? I forgot his name. But he's a comedian. Yeah, white dude. Yeah. Give me him.
No, media.
Yeah, it's the media.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping.
Go back.
Yeah.
Get the arrow. Media content.
Regard not your stuff. Don't regard your stuff because all of Egypt is yours. Some of us got so much stuff that stuff need to be given away. It needs to be brought to the church. That stuff you got, you know what stuff you got? That stuff needs to be brought to the church.
Which one, King?
This church.
Make sure it's useful. You gonna stress Israel.
Yeah. We got look. All this is ours. It's actually going to help the body because it's somebody who is less fortunate. God.
Right. Make sure it's useful.
Yeah. Make sure it's useful.
Ezra gonna be stressed out. Like,
and don't bring no cooler in here. The cooler ain't got no top on it. I thought the cooler needed cooler. Put you in the cooler. I'll put that first video up. Yeah, the first one.
The very first one at the top.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He gonna tell us about stuff. Stuff gonna get us in trouble. Stuff. Let go of that stuff.
I would have been out here a little bit sooner, but
one simple but brilliant trick to cool your home in 90 seconds.
Yeah, excuse these.
Tired of hot and stuffy rooms during.
I would have been out here.
Yeah, widen it and cut up a little bit.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead, Hop.
Sooner, but they gave me the wrong dressing room, and I couldn't find any place to put my stuff. And I don't know how you are, but I need a place to put my stuff.
Now, pardon the language.
That's what I've been doing back there, just trying to find a place for my stuff. You know how important that is. That's the whole meaning of life, isn't it? Trying to find a place for your stuff. That's all your house is. Your house is just a place for your stuff. If you didn't have so much goddamn stuff, you wouldn't need a house. You could just walk around all the time. That's all your house is. It's a pile of stuff with a cover on it. You see that when you take off in an airplane and you look down and you see everybody's got a little pile of stuff. Everybody's got their own pile of stuff. And when you leave your stuff, you gotta lock it up. Wouldn't want somebody to come by and take some of your stuff. They always take the good stuff. They don't bother with that crap you're saving. Ain't nobody interested in your 4th grade arithmetic papers. They're looking for the good stuff. That's all your house is. It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff. Now, sometimes you've got to move. You got to get a bigger house. Why? Too much stuff. You've got to move all your stuff. and maybe put some of your stuff in storage. Now imagine that. There's a whole industry based on keeping an eye on your stuff. Enough about your stuff. Let's talk about other people's stuff. Did you ever notice when you go to somebody else's house, you never quite feel 100% at home? You know why? No room for your stuff. Somebody else's stuff is all over the place. And what awful stuff it is. Where did they get this stuff? And if you have to stay overnight at someone's house, you know, unexpectedly, and they give you a little room to sleep in that they don't use that often, someone died in it 11 years ago, and they haven't moved any of his stuff. Or wherever they give you to sleep, usually right near the bed, there's a dresser, and there's never any room on the dresser for your stuff.
Stop right there.
Someone else's shit is on the...
We're speaking about what? Stuff. It's hilarious, but this stuff is going to get us in trouble.
So, like, it's crazy the way he breaking it down because we really don't look at it.
No, we don't.
Like, we literally living our life because of stuff. Stuff. Everybody just got stuff. Man, this dude just said, when you leave your house, you lock the door so won't nobody go get your stuff while you go and get more stuff. Go ahead, bro.
Come on, King. Give me Luke 17. Stuff. Some of us pack stuff like we pack a turkey. Stuffing. Stuff. Luke 17. We don't want to miss the kingdom because of stuff. We're going to start at verse 26. Stuff.
The book of Luke.
Some of us spend hours and hours dealing with our stuff through the week. And won't deal with the Bible, won't read it. We rather deal with our stuff than treat somebody right. Stuff. We'll treat a poor man or a poor woman using no meekness because we're too proud of our stuff. Read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26.
Read on.
And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
This stuff ain't new. Read on.
They did eat.
Read.
They drank. They married wives. They were given in marriage. Unto the day that Noah entered into the ark.
They were dealing with stuff or accumulating stuff way up until they entered into the ark in Noah's day. Read on.
And the flood came and destroyed them all.
Destroy all of them and they what? Stuff. Read on.
Verse 28. Likewise, also, as it was in the days of Lot.
Read.
They did eat. They drank.
Stuff.
They bought.
Stuff.
They sold.
Stuff.
They planted.
Stuff.
They builded.
Stuff. Read it again.
Likewise, also, as it was in the days of Lot.
Read.
They did eat.
Stuff.
They drank.
Stuff.
They bought.
Stuff.
They sold.
Stuff.
And they planted.
Stuff.
They builded.
A whole lot of stuff.
I'm building for this stuff.
Looking for the stuff. Read on.
Verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone.
It did. Come on.
From heaven.
Read.
And destroyed them all.
And destroyed them all. All the one who was more concentrated on stuff. Because Lot them had to leave their stuff. Others weren't willing to leave their stuff. We're going to show you something. Keep reading.
Remember Lot's wife. Verse 30. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
It's going to happen in this day. It's not no coincidence that we so big over here in America on stuff. That's no coincidence. It was the same thing happened back in the day. It's happening now. Continue to read.
Verse 31. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop.
On the housetop.
And
where all his stuff is stored in the house, he on top of the house. Read again.
In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop.
Read.
And his stuff in the house.
And his what?
And his stuff in the house.
And his stuff in the house.
Let him not come down to take it away.
Let him not come down to take it away. Because we love stuff. We'll risk our life for stuff. Till Christ had to remind us, in that day, if you're on your rooftop and your stuff inside your house, do not go down to get it. Leave that stuff in there. Keep reading.
And should come down and take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Because he might be contemplating on turning back to go get some stuff. Read.
Verse 32. Remember Lot's wife.
Lot's wife. Why? She was more concentrating on stuff. She lost her life because of stuff. There's some stuff you got at the house that you need to bring to the church. If you don't want to bring it to the church, give it to a brother or sister who need it. Get rid of some of that stuff. Me and Solomon just had cleaned out a house that a brother was buying. This Edomite man, he was a pack rat. This man had stuff on top of stuff in the attic. It took us a whole other day to get rid of all that stuff. A whole dumpster filled up off just the stuff he had in his attic. Wow. Just in the attic. Right. Your house can catch on fire with as much stuff we got in our house. You got stuff piled all around the hot water tanks and plugs. Just but this stuff on top of stuff. This stuff. You ain't seen this stuff in 2 years.
Forgot you had it.
Forgot you had it. Stuff. Right. And see a brother every day out here starving, naked. They ask Christ, when do we see you hungry? He said, whom you do to the least of my people, you've done to me. All this stuff we got in our closet, all these shoes, and we walk past brothers, Israelite brothers, every day, Israelite sisters, every day in need, and won't even get them some of our stuff. Read 32 again.
Verse 32.
Read.
Remember Lot's wife.
He's warning us. This from this table on back for me too. We need to remember her.
I found it.
Read.
Verse 33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life.
Save his life. What do he mean by that? Saving stuff. He just went through it. In verse 29, 30, 31, and 32. Whosoever shall seek to save his life. What is that life? Go back to the previous verses. Stuff. Read.
Whosoever shall seek to save his life,
right,
shall lose it.
That's why he said in verse 31, go back to it. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. What is it? Stuff. That's his life. He done built his life upon his possessions, upon the stuff. Some of us feel like if we give a brother or sister a pair of shoes, that we give away our life. I had them, man, when I bought, with me and my wife, man, I had them just on in the mall. They sentimental. I can't get these away. But it's stuff. But we say we love the Most High. Read again, verse 33.
Verse 33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life,
go ahead,
shall lose it.
Shall lose it. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall lose his life,
lose his stuff. You gotta be willing to lose some stuff. Not only your life, but your stuff. Your stuff is your life. Your things that you've accumulated throughout all your years. My mama been living in the same house out there in East Memphis, nice old house out there. Been living there for years. She's accumulated a lot of stuff because what? She is, what's the word she's always used? You want to be settled or content. You want to be content in one place. You don't want to be always moving and always on the run. And when you do that, you're able to accumulate a lot of stuff. Read.
And whosoever shall lose his life,
lose his stuff,
shall preserve it.
Shall preserve it. Let's think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. Stuff. Mark 4. Stuff. Everybody in here can relate to stuff. This ain't just a lesson for the sisters. It ain't just one for the brothers. This for all Israel. Matter of fact, give me the next video. Go down to Mark 4, and we're going to come right back to Mark 4. Let's go to the next video.
Mark 4 and what? Just in case.
Just Mark 4. Let me see. I'm in Matthew. Hold on. Mark 4. I think I'm on 19. Yep. Mark 4. We're going to start at 16. We'll start at 14. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and read this here first, and then we go to the video.
Okay.
Mark 4, verse 14. Salakia.
The book of Mark, chapter 4, starting at verse 14.
Today is the day you release or you relieve yourself of unnecessary stuff. Stuff. You only need one pair of shoes. You got a pair of feet. Well, I need something to match my orange and purple and yellow hat. Get rid of it. What was that homeless man or a homeless woman doing wearing them orange, yellow, and green shoes?
Chicago gave it to him.
Yeah, Chicago gave it to him.
That's Chicago now. Chicago got all the colorful shoes.
But guess what? He ain't walking on the ground no more. Because a brother or sister gave up some stuff. And Ezra gave y'all the precepts a month ago about alms. You can save your life by giving alms. You got life-saving power right there in your house, and you refuse to give it up. Dude, I got this on my anniversary 25 years ago. I can't give up this stuff. He gonna kill me. No, I gonna kill your ass.
Nah, what?
Go ahead and read that out.
This is the book of Mark.
It's crazy out here, man.
Chapter 4, verse 14.
Read on.
The sower soweth the word.
The sower soweth the word. Come on.
And these are they by the wayside.
These are they by the wayside. Now, who are they by the wayside? Come on. These are different types of Israelites. These soils and the places where the seeds laid or were dropped at represents different characters of different Israelites. This ain't the heathen, these Israelites. Read on.
Where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately.
These are the Israelites by the wayside. Satan come when?
Cometh immediately.
Immediately, and what?
And taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. Verse 16. And these are they likewise, which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately received it with gladness. And have no root in themselves. And so endure, but for a time.
For how long?
For a time.
Read on.
Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
They are what?
They are offended.
Keep reading.
Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word.
So they hear the word.
In the cares of this world.
The what?
In the cares of this world.
What are the cares of this world? Stuff. It ain't nothing else. That's why Christ says in Matthew 6, he says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and these what? Things or stuff, because stuff is things and things is stuff. So Christ like, look, I want to give you some stuff. But I don't want you out there getting the stuff and you forget about me. And if you forget about the kingdom, you can get the stuff. And the cares or the stuff of this world, read,
And the deceitfulness of riches.
Read.
And the lust.
And the what?
And the lust.
Read on.
Of other things.
Of other what?
Of other things.
Of other what?
Of other things.
You got stuff and things right there in that verse. Read.
Entering in.
Where?
Entering in.
See, that's where stuff is stored at. We thought the stuff was stored in our houses, which it really is. But spiritually, that stuff is stored right here within you. You're a pack rat in your mind. You ever wonder what's on your mind why you can't do the Most High will? Stuff is on your mind. Stuff. Things. They enter in and what?
Choke the word.
How do we know that? Where the word go? The word go on the inside of you. The word ain't being choked in your house. It's being choked within you because you fill yourself up with stuff. That's why the word being choked out, choke the word and what?
And it becoming unfruitful.
That's why you ain't fruitful. We ain't talking about your stuff because stuff can be deceiving. You ain't fruitful because of stuff. You're only fruitful through the word. The word brings forth the abundance. The word makes us fruitful. But we become what? Unwhat?
Becometh unfruitful. Unfruitful. Give me the next clip. Let go some stuff. I want to see some stuff at that door this week. Where the bags at? Bring some stuff. Bring some good stuff. Bring it. Hold on.
Bring it to Madanaha. I'm joking.
Bring that stuff.
Where's this clip at? Salaka, where this clip at?
Yeah, in the media chat. Now, this happens every year in dealing with stuff. And I hope we ain't partaking, because now you can Black Friday shop online. And you ain't got to leave home. You on your phone Black Friday shopping. Let me get my order in. I got 2 minutes. God. This is what we need to do, y'all. Get that stuff out your house. And when you get it out your house, there's less stuff on your mind. Free your mind. Who, the Invo? Free your mind. Come on. Play the second one. Ready? Yeah. Get rid of stuff. Pause that. Come on, King. Stuff. We dealing with stuff right here. Now, it's going to be some fights in a minute. Stuff. We kill ourselves for stuff. We make sure we on time for stuff. Black Friday sale started at 5 a.m. We out there at 3. For stuff. Right. Fold out your sheets.
I seen the line in front of GameStop a mile long.
Come on. For stuff. See what I.S.A.A. did, he put a name on the stuff. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox. He put a name on it. The AR, long AR, you can go get a Lamborghini and what else?
Jordan.
Everything. Condominium, Jordan, Nike, Adidas, and all them names, all them shoes. Taylor Port. And we gotta talk later. Yeah, he tripping now. No, that stuff ain't included. Yeah, it is. It is. That stuff is included. Wine, drinking, all this stuff. All that stuff, the Bible says it can choke the word. It can choke the word and you become unfruitful. Play it. Go ahead and play it. Can you ready, King? Come on. Go ahead. the nations. This is what the nations do. Israelite, we can't be doing this. We can't be a part of this. This is what they do. Not us. The Bible says, regard not your stuff, because all the world yours, all Egypt yours, all this is yours. Right. So don't regard your stuff. You get rid of that stuff, you don't get some more stuff anyway. All of it is yours. But how we can tell that you don't believe this word is when you try to cling and hold on to that stuff and won't relinquish that stuff. Let go of the stuff. Try the Most High. Go ahead, Doc.
Oh, he's gonna have some wax on it.
Fight over TV and a TV at home. Look at that, kicked in the door for stuff. Stuff. This is not no coincidence that it is written. For stuff. Society has proved us we are defeated.
Look at this shit, bro. Hey! Take that shit, yeah. Pull it. Man, just let go of it, you know what I'm saying? Grab that shit. Pull it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't gonna say.
For getting in, and it's all they've been waiting. Here we are, get ready. That's how you got into ushering in Black Friday.
Yo, Kenny, baby, what's going on here?
Madness. Give me some rock. That's Israelites. Sirach 29. Madness. Sirach 29. madness. We can't be like them, y'all. We got to be holy. Stuff. We're losing our life, losing our salvation, losing our mind over stuff and things. Sirach 29, 21. Read 21.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 29, verse 21.
Read.
The chief thing for life.
Read it again.
The chief thing for life.
Read it again.
The chief thing for life.
The chief thing for life is what?
Is water.
Water? Are you serious? No Coca-Cola? No orange juice? You mean I gotta drink water?
Come on.
The chief thing for life is what?
Is water.
Read.
And bread.
Stop. I ain't no vegetarian. I want me a T-bone steak. I can't have that. Read.
And clothing.
Just make sure it's what's the good clothing today? What's the good name brand?
Tommy Hilfiger. No.
Just
FUBU.
Okay, FUBU.
Oh, no, we talking
FUBU.
Christian
For us
lubricant.
by us.
FUBU. Okay, what's some expensive stuff?
What's that?
It's so much.
I'm old.
The shoes, like shoes, like
I mean, just garbage, all garbage.
What
It says, okay, Polo, tell me your figure. The chief thing for life is water, bread, and clothing. Read.
And a house to cover shame.
And a house to cover shame. That's it. Give me Mark 4. That's the chief thing. Water. You don't need Coca-Cola. You don't need orange juice. If you ain't got it, some of us lose our mind because there's a Coke in the house. Nigga, I'm gonna kill you. Who took the last Coke out the Coca-Cola box?
A lot of our people don't even drink water, bro.
Come on.
Joe don't.
Real talk. Don't even drink. They
Come
would
on.
not drink water.
Yeah, spit on it. We got to change, y'all. Who left this swallow orange juice in a container? Well, swallow this. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, water, bread, clothing, and a house to cover shame. This is the chief thing for life.
And it's crazy. People don't do the first one.
Because of the system. That shows that we more entangled in this system. We living after what they doing. We ain't living, come on now. Christ showed us what to do. I'm waiting to see some bags out there. This week, to see has the word taken root in your heart. You know some stuff you need to get rid of. Mark 4. And I'm not saying this the word. I'm letting the word speak. Verse 19.
Verse 19.
No, we already read that. I'm backtracking.
Verse
Hold
20.
on.
We on 20.
Oh! Oh! Give me Luke 14:33. Give me Luke 14. Let's see what Luke got to say. Mm-hmm. Looking for some bags this week, family. Somebody needs something. Shoot, we can be out there, man, selling hot dogs and ice cups and giving away shoes. Don't y'all know I went over to the Israelite school and got me a pair of Jordans? Quit lying. Yeah, I did. Look. For real. Now you didn't want a soul. Yeah, because you know our folk coming. Man, where you them shoes from? Come on, I'll take you up here. They might have some more. What size you wear? You know our folk, man. Come on now. This is the work that we need to be doing. This is what the Most High will have us to do. Read verse
33.
33.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 33.
Come on.
So likewise, whosoever he be of you.
Matter of fact, go back. Read verse 28.
The book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 28.
Oh, 26.
26.
Come on.
If any man come to me and hate not his father, and mother,
his mama,
and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, yea, and his own life also.
In other words, it say own life. Other word, his own life on his what? On what? On his own stuff. His own stuff or life also. What?
He cannot be my disciple.
Keep reading out.
Verse 27.
Come on.
And whosoever doeth not bear his cross.
Read.
And come after me.
Do what?
And come after me.
Come after me, read.
Cannot be my disciple.
This is what Yahweh is saying. This is what Jesus is saying. Read on.
Verse 28. For which of you, intending to build a tower,
come on,
sitteth not down first, and counted the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it.
You telling me that before we came to this truth, some of us ain't sat down and say, hold on. I'm in the truth now. And there's a chance I might have to give up some stuff. Man, can I do this? Can I do it? I got a lot of stuff back there.
Just do it.
Is either his disciple or my life. Keep reading.
Verse 29. Lest haply, after he had laid the foundation.
After he had laid the foundation.
And is not able to finish
He's not able to finish because he wasn't able to give up that stuff. Keep reading.
And is not able to finish it. All that behold it began to mock him.
They mock him. They mock him because he was enthused at first. And the people saw him coming into the truth, enthused about the truth. They saw her coming to the truth, enthused about the truth. And then on down the line, because of stuff and the cares of this world, he or she wasn't able to complete the job. And they mocked him. I told you, look at it, I told you. This world was more precious to him or to her than these scriptures. I told you. They mocked him. Keep reading.
Verse 30, saying
what?
This man began to build.
He began to build. Read.
And was not able to finish.
Read on.
Or what king going to make war against another king?
Come on.
Sitteth not down first. And consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
Do I have enough stuff to whoop the one with 20,000? Read on.
Or else, while the other is yet a great way off.
Come on.
He sendeth in ambush.
Come on.
Embassies. And desired conditions of peace.
Read on.
Verse 33. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
He cannot be my disciple. Give me 1 Timothy 6. Matt Naha didn't have that, did he? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Give me 1 Timothy 6.
1 Timothy what?
1 Timothy 6. Start at verse 5. Come on.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 5.
Read on.
Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds.
Come on.
And destitute of the truth.
Of what?
Of the truth.
Read.
Supposing that gain
is what?
Supposing that gain.
That what?
Supposing that gain.
Gain. is what?
Is godliness.
Gain is not godliness. I know we learned that in church. This ain't the Christian church. Getting stuff is not always a blessing. It's not always godliness. Supposing that gain is godliness. This is what the church teach. Read.
So it's godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
If you deal with folks like that, get away from them. If you ain't got this, you ain't blessed. They came and pulled his car. The devil on them. Look what kind of shoes she wearing. They all run down on the side. She got to be the devil. That's what we say.
Sound like Bobby Boucher, mom.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking football is the devil.
Yeah.
Everything was the devil.
This is what we do. It says, from such withdraw thyself. Read.
Verse 6.
This is godliness.
But godliness.
But godliness.
With contentment.
With what?
With contentment.
With what?
With contentment.
With contentment.
Is great gain.
That's great gain. You happy. You content with what you have. If you got to give away something, you ain't messed up about it. Because you understand that all the world and everything in it is yours. Read.
Verse 7.
What it say?
For we brought nothing into this world.
Stop playing. You ain't bring no stuff into this world. Name me one stuff you brought in this world.
Let me show in a precept.
Go ahead, up.
Salaki. Give me Sirach 40 and 18. We always talk about this precept. I remember I asked the body one time, I said, who in here want the sweet life? And you brought that precept out saying godliness with contentment is great gain. That's similar to the sweet life. Like it just said, not the sweet life of Zach and Cody. But the sweet life, Sirach 40 and 18. Let's see what a sweet life is.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes, chapter 40 and verse 18. To labor.
So it says to labor, to work, right? Go ahead.
And to be content.
And to be content.
With that a man has.
So if you work and you cool with what you got and where you at that very moment, go ahead.
Is a sweet life.
Is what?
Is a sweet life.
Man, the Bible says it's a sweet life. Because if like it says in Ecclesiastes, I believe 6 and 9, it says better is the sight of your eyes than the wondering of the desire. Because it's vexation. Better I'm cool with what I see right here and what I got right here. But when my mind get to wondering, I'm like, man, I wish I had and da. Now you finna send yourself into a depression. So godliness with contentment is great gain. To labor and to be content with what you got, it said that's a sweet life. But go ahead.
But he that findeth a treasure is above them both.
Man, y'all hit that $1 billion lotto, y'all better hit my now up now. They say you find a treasure now, it's above all that.
What you said?
You strike oil in the backyard, you found some diamonds back there. It's better than all that. But if you ain't found no treasure, there's an alternative for you.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the announcements portion.
Cause real talk, there's an alternative for us folks that ain't hit the lotto and we ain't got no oil in the backyard. You can still have a sweet life. You still can have it, and the Bible is telling you how to have that good life, even if you ain't got them M's off their lottery. So just labor and be cool. I promise you're gonna be happy. But go ahead.
And some of us is working overtime on these jobs that we really ain't got to. Somebody online. I can see your face through the screen right now. Some of us working overtime on these jobs that we don't have to because of stuff. You can be at home having that sweet life with the feet up. Yeah. Well, it's all right. It's all right. Come on now. This is what we got to do. A lot of y'all, we got to let go of some of this stuff. Let it go. There you go. All right now. I started singing up in this piece. First Timothy 4, man.
1 Timothy
I'm
6.
telling you that. I don't have no auto-tune right now. I can't do it right now. Oh, yeah, all praise. Oh, yeah, you crazy. You crazy. All right, can you go back? Come on now. Read verse 6 again. The precept by now, brought out.
Oh, wait. 1 Timothy 6 and 6?
Come on.
Wait a minute. Sirach.
Timothy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. Oh, I'm confused. All right. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 6.
Read on.
But godliness with contentment is great gain.
It's great gain. You'll find some of the people with the best lives. It's the people who don't worry about a lot. They content. Most are trying to give us that kind of mind. They straight. They can chill. They get them a little drink going on. Got good food. You know the joy of my day is dinner. Dinner. Simple. Jake, we simple.
You love to eat.
A little movie, a little glass of wine, feed up, watch the movie, eat your food, and the good life. Not up all night. Oh, man. Oh, shit, that bill due tomorrow. Oh, Lord. Take your ass. I can't go to sleep right now. Go ahead now. Guess what we do? That's no trusting in the Most High. That's not no good life. That's a stressful life. And you wonder why every president who go up in the, yeah, man, go in with black hair and come out gray, head full of gray, worrying about stuff, the cares of this world. But godliness with contentment is great what? Gain.
Gain.
Read verse 7.
Verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world.
You ain't brought no stuff into this world. Stop tripping. You ain't brought nothing in here. So why you trying to hold on to it? You brought nothing. And for some of the sisters, you didn't bring no children in this world, so get off your kids' coattail. Oh, that's my baby. Oh, my baby. No, you ain't bringing her in this world. Let her go. Let her go. Let him go. Come on. Some of us hung up on our children and can't move forward because of our son or our daughter. I know some. Children. For we brought nothing into this world. And it's what?
And it is certain.
It's certain. I like how you say certain. And it is certain what?
We can carry nothing out.
And you ain't carrying nothing up out of here. So drop that stuff off. Get it out your house. Get it out of there. Read on. Because once it's out your house, it's off your mind. Because as long as it's in your house, it's on your mind. Because you thinking about your stuff. But once you relinquish yourself of that stuff, you have just relinquished it off your mind. You don't think about it no more. For we brought nothing to what. Okay, read verse 8.
Verse 8.
Sorry. I'm telling you, King. Read verse 8.
Verse 8. In having food and raiment.
Food and raiment. We just left Sirach 29 and 21. The chief thing for life was what, Kings? Water. What?
Bread.
What else? What else? And shelter to hide your shame. See the same thing. Read again.
In having food and raiment.
And what?
And raiment.
Raiment. Read.
Let us be therewith content.
Oh, let us therewith be content. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good, family. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good in your nice clothes and your shoes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you worried about you looking good and dealing with your brother second, you covetous. You an idolater. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good. Ain't nothing wrong with getting the best and wearing the best. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Most I give you that. But you got to have on your mind what blessing your brother, your fellow brother first. Then you deal with you. This is a family business. This is a family affair. Come on. Read verse 9.
Verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation.
And temptations.
And a snare.
And a snare.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Read.
Which drown men.
Which drown men.
In destruction.
In destruction.
And perdition.
And perdition. Now read verse 10.
Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
What does money buy?
Stuff.
What the Bible said, money answereth all things. What's the all things? Stuff. Money can't buy no soul. Now it come close. It can buy you a leg. It can buy you an eyeball. It can buy you some fingers, some toes. You can't see an eyeball. It make you look pretty good. Right. And you buy that eye, just don't look to the left or to the right, because that eye you bought ain't gonna move. So you look cross-eyed. Right.
Hey, King, bring out Isaiah 52 and 3.
Come on, King. While some, finish it up real quick, and we're gonna go right there, King.
Okay. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Root of all evil, read.
Which while some coveted after.
They coveted after money. Money buys stuff. We get the money to get the stuff. Ain't no wrong with the stuff, ain't no wrong with the money, but you got to put your priorities straight. If you got all this stuff and all this money and you riding in your car that money bought and that car, whatever kind of car it is, ain't nothing but some more stuff, and you riding that car, you riding by a brother every day, broke, busted, and disgusted. And you pay it right by. You take a picture of it. I ain't saying some of us in here do it. We'll take a picture of it and put them on Facebook. Instead of getting some of that stuff we got and helping them. This is what we got to do. While some covered it after, read.
They have erred from the faith.
You erred from the faith, man. Because the Bible say, if one don't know how to take care of his own house, he's worse than an infidel. This your house. It ain't just the one that you go live in. No, it's Israel. It's the body of Christ. Now, we could have went to Acts when all the people went to their house and got their stuff and brought it to the apostles, and distribution was, that's how you said, distribution was made. Nobody lacked because folks gave up their stuff. Everything common. You got a brother who ain't got a house. A brother so-and-so, he got 4 of them. I'm giving, bro, you get that right there. Your brother right ain't got no shoes, man. He wearing the same shoe, no sock. Come on, bro. Let me take you to Family Dollar, man. Get you something to clean your feet up with, man, the sores. This is what the Good Samaritan did. Everybody passed by the brother. He bleeding, stinking. He took him and cleaned him up and then paid for his bill. Use the stuff. Err from the faith, read. And what?
And pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Through with many sorrows. I'm almost done with this. He wanted.
Verse 11.
Yeah, 2 precepts, Isaiah 52 and 1 Peter 1. Isaiah 52 and 3. One and 18. Isaiah 52 first.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 3. For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. Verse 4.
So like that's it. That's what Ezra was trying to pull. That's wild how the Most High put that out there, right there in our face, using the mouth of Isaiah. He said, "We have sold ourselves for naught." This very stuff or these things that we go out and grab, these things are naught. They vain. They gonna burn up anyway. What we was talking about in the law reading. He said, all the works therein. And we was reading in 2 Peter 3. He said, all of it gonna melt away and be burned with fervent heat. And we selling ourselves for that. We really selling ourselves and giving ourselves away for these things that are naught. He said, but you gonna be redeemed without money. Y'all purchased with a price, but it wasn't with money. Go ahead.
Come on, you got another?
Yeah, there's one more. Get 1 Peter 1 and 18. So exactly what Madanaha just said. And also, when he said, like he said, that was a beautiful passage out of the mouth of Isaiah, that we should be redeemed without money. And that's the cares of this life, right? We're focused, we're concerned on getting enough money so we can buy more stuff, more things. We think that that's going to advance us or prosper. He said, don't worry about that. I'm going to redeem you without money.
And whenever you ready, King.
Go ahead.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 18.
Go ahead.
For as much as ye know that you are not redeemed with corruptible things.
You are not what?
You are not redeemed with corruptible things.
You're not redeemed with corruptible things. The stuff of this world is corruptible. What's the root word of corruptible? Corrupt. It says, store your treasures in heaven where moth and rust don't rust or don't destroy. Anything on this earth, the elements, everything in this earth, it can potentially destroy your possessions. Even gold is tainted over time. Diamonds. Read on.
And silver and gold.
He said, as silver and gold.
From your vain conversation.
Read.
Received by tradition from your fathers.
Received by tradition from your fathers. Keep reading.
Hold on, okay. That's heavy right there.
It is.
Received by tradition from your father. This stuff, when we be, there it is, this stuff.
Right.
These things and stuff that we worry about in our life, man, this stuff was passed down to us from our parents and their parents alike. It was passed down to us.
Right.
But we got to try to break.
That's right.
Break those chains on our mind.
That's right.
It said from your vain conversation by tradition from your father.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come on. Read verse 19.
Verse 19. But with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot.
Read on.
Who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world.
Go up. Read it. I don't think that's relevant right now. Read it.
Verse 21, 22?
20. Yeah.
Verse 20.
Let me hear it. Yeah.
Verse 20. Who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you.
Let's hold right there. Give me Isaiah 55 and 1. The Ezra got me on Isaiah now.
You coming back to that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Isaiah 55 and 1. We got to let go of stuff, brothers and sisters. We got to let go of stuff. Stuff is keeping us from trusting the Most High. Some of us can't trust him because we are afraid of losing stuff. Don't raise your hand. But if that's you, you ought to have a bag of stuff at the school this week. And bring your good stuff. Don't be shy. This ain't about the stuff. The stuff is going to keep us out the kingdom. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 1.
Come on.
Oh. Everyone that thirsteth.
Oh. That's what he doing. Hold on. Oh. That what he's saying? No, he ain't talking to the sister. No, he ain't talking to the sister. He trying to get, no, he just kidding. He trying to get the attention of the people. Ho! 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 Now speak. Ho!
Everyone that thirsteth.
How everyone that thirsteth, read.
Come ye to the waters.
He constantly going back to the basic necessities of life. Water, bread, clothes, and shelter. He's going right back to why Christ said he has to live in what? Water. Read on. Everyone that thirsteth, what?
Come ye to the waters.
Read.
And he that hath no money.
He that have no money.
Come ye.
Come ye.
Buy.
Man, look, I want to go there, bro. I want to go to that restaurant. The tab already paid for. We going there and eat. I ain't got no money. We can go in there and eat all day. Read on.
Come ye, buy, and eat.
Go, come ye, buy and eat. Come on.
Yea, come.
Come.
Buy wine and milk.
Buy wine and milk.
Without money.
Without what?
Without money.
Without money. Read.
And without price.
And without price. Now, here's the question Isaiah going to ask y'all. Read verse 2.
Verse 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread? Earthly riches. What for do you spend money for that which is not bread? Read. Watch this.
In your labor.
In your labor. Read.
For that which satisfieth not.
You think the stuff you buying is satisfying you. It really ain't. That's why you keep buying more stuff. If you could have found the number one item that could have took away all your fear, did everything for you, you wouldn't need no more stuff. But fulfillment in this world does not exist only in the scriptures. This is fulfillment. It's not in stuff. We fooled ourselves. We fooled ourselves. We got to get this. We don't.
Hearken diligently unto me. And eat ye that which is good.
And eat ye that which is good. I'm almost done with it. Give me Ezekiel 33.
Want to finish it out?
Oh, that's it. Ezekiel 33 and 30. And get it for the next speaker. Ezekiel 33. Oh, this is a good one right here. Ezekiel 33. Ezekiel told us, or the Spirit told Ezekiel rather. I think I want to start at 30. Oh, read 30.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 30.
Read on.
Also, thou son of man.
Also, thou son of man.
The children of thy people still are talking against thee.
Some folks still don't want I ain't about to call y'all you. A bag of wood, I'll bring a bag of bread. Read on.
Are talking against thee.
They talking against not me, but against the word. Read on.
By the walls and in the doors of the house.
Read.
And speak one to another.
One to another.
Everyone to his brother.
Everyone to his brother.
Saying.
Saying what?
Come.
Read.
I pray you.
Read.
And hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
From who?
That cometh forth from the Lord.
Read 31.
Verse 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh.
Read.
And they sit before thee as my people.
They come unto thee as the people come. Ain't nothing strange about that. And they sit before thee just like my people. Read on.
And they hear thy words.
They hear thy words.
But they will not do them.
They ain't finna do them. We gonna see. They hear your words. They ain't gonna do it. Read on.
But they will not do them.
Read.
For with their mouth.
They
show much love.
Kwam Yasharala. Oh, praise the Lord. I threw it up to the end. Show much love, but they're what?
But their heart.
But their what?
But their heart.
But their what?
But their heart.
But their heart
goeth after their covetousness.
They where their heart at. Your heart is where your treasure is. Covetousness is, matter of fact, let's get the definition up there. I don't want to misquote it. Let's get covetousness up on the screen. That's the problem. Covetousness. Let that stuff go.
Covetousness.
Marked by inordinate desire, marked by inordinate desire for wealth or what?
Possessions.
Or for what?
Another's possession.
Who owned the stuff in Walmart?
The white man.
That's somebody else's stuff, ain't it? That we run up in the store to go pay for. Yeah, the name on it. That's covetousness. So some of us are hearing this word. We hear what the Most High is saying, but our heart is so fixed on covetousness, you ain't going to do it. You ain't going to do it. You're going to go right home this evening. I ain't saying everybody up in here, maybe some online. We're just trying to stir up your spirit to convince you that this is right. You go right home. Nah, I ain't, Man, shoot, man, you know what I'm calling you? Call me $200.
Ain't nothing like 10 of these in the world.
Some sister got some cold-blooded dresses and some cold-blooded shoes in the closet. Would you give them away? Would you give them away? Don't answer that. Brothers? What you willing to give up? You got bags of stuff in your attic. What you got?
Too much stuff.
Read on.
Verse 32.
Come on.
And lo, thou art unto them.
Come on.
As a very lovely song of one that has a pleasant voice.
Come on.
And can play well on an instrument.
Uh-huh.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
They hear thy words, but they do them not. Does it on that? I'll read the last one.
Verse 33.
Uh-huh.
And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 10. Ecclesiastes 5 and 10. This is what we must do. This is a tough lesson. Because it's one thing that we don't want to part from, and that's stuff. You got to part from it. I ain't parting from nothing. Rah, 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 rah. I ain't parting from nothing. Oh, no, don't do that. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 10.
Come on.
He that loveth silver.
He that loveth stuff.
Shall not be satisfied with silver.
Shall not be satisfied with stuff. Read.
Nor he that loveth abundance with increase.
Nor he that loveth abundance with increase.
This is also vanity.
This is also vanity. Read on.
Verse 11. When goods increase.
When goods increase.
They are increased that eat them.
They are increased that eat them.
And what good is there to the owners thereof?
And what good is it there to the owners thereof? Read it again.
And what good is there to be...
No. From the top, 11.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 11. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them.
Uh-huh.
And what good is there to the owners thereof?
And what good is there to the owners thereof? Read.
Saving the beholding of them with their eyes.
That's all they can do. Read that again, bro.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 11.
Read.
When goods increase, they are increased that eat them.
Come on.
And what good is there to the owners thereof?
Oh.
Saving the beholding of them with their eyes.
Hey, all that stuff in your house, all you doing is looking at it. Every time you take a trip up to your attic, you look at the stuff. That stuff got some use. It could have use. You just looking at it. You done had them T-bones in your freezer 3 months. Give me one. Now just playing. For real. We got a lot of stuff. We got so much stuff, all we can do is just look at it. Brother got 20 cars. Rapping, millionaire. He got 20 red, all of red. 20 red cars. All he can do is drive one and look at the rest. That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all red cars. I'm like, what the hell you want?
The same.
Vanity. 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 Where your heart at, bro? Help your brother. Help your sister. Somebody needs something. Man, you don't know what you'll do for a soul in need, bro. They really need something, and they ain't expecting it to come from you. You just get it. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Read verse 12.
Verse 12.
I'm almost through with this.
The sleep of a laboring man is sweet.
The sleep of a laboring man who work all day, is sweet. Uh-huh.
Whether he eat little.
Or
much.
Read.
But the abundance of the rich. Will not suffer him to sleep.
But the abundance, his stuff, ain't gonna cause him to get no good night's sleep.
Because he worried about it.
It's a lot. You can't. I don't know if some of y'all might have seen or heard Steve Harvey say that before. Like if you ever watch like YouTube shorts and different videos pop up or whatever. But Steve Harvey, he even said to himself, he said, look, man, rich people don't sleep. They are not going to sleep. He said, if you live in L.A., well, L.A. is what, like 3 or 4 hours behind New York? He said, man, at 3, 4 in the morning, it's 7, 8 o'clock. I mean, it's 7, 8 o'clock. I mean, it's 3, 4 in the morning over here in L.A., but it's 7, 8 o'clock in New York. The rich man got to be woke because if he's sleeping around this time, they already making decisions on your life over here in the stock market. So the rich man always paying attention to his money. He always got to be on top of it. So it really ain't no rest. It really ain't no comfort on it. See, it's the sorcery, the witchcraft behind it will make you feel like it's a happy life. Because television, like Israel always say, it's sorcery. Television. They telling you a vision. So when you watch it, you seeing, oh man, you look at this house that he's staying in. Look at this car that he drive. But in actuality, what they not telling you is he might got a nice house, but he don't never sleep in it because he always gone. He got to be in this hotel in this city. Then he got to go to the next city, go to another hotel, and he got to go over here because he got to go do some work over here. And then he got to do some work over here. He ain't never at that house that you done seen on MTV Cribs. You thinking that he going back home every day and chilling in that house that he know he ain't.
And that's actually what we think. We think the rich man in that big extravagant house he got, he going back to the house every night go to sleep. No, he ain't. He moving from private jet to private jet. But one simple necessity that he's missing out of life, what King brought up, was something little as sleep. You know, sleep, good sleep, is able to get everything back to working functionally right. Your mind operate. You know your body heals while you sleep? Yeah. So it's important to get a good night's sleep. And worrying about riches or stuff, because you can be rich in stuff. There's a white guy. Man, nice little mediocre house, but he had a lot of stuff. He was rich in stuff. Read verse 12. Watch this.
Verse 12.
Go ahead.
The sleep of a laboring man is sweet. Whether he eat little or much.
Come on.
But the abundance of the rich would not suffer him to sleep.
His riches It's like his riches got a mind of their own. His riches ain't moving. They can't move. They can just stay right there packed up in the box, the money, wherever it is. Yeah, they're going to be sitting the same way. You come back and see them again. So what caused him to lose sleep? His mind on that money, or his mind on those riches, or his mind is on that stuff.
I keep my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Right, or his mind is on that stuff.
That's the song.
Come on, which I can.
A gadget and never use.
Right.
When I go to his house, y'all, everything new in a box. He just buys it, he just put it up.
Right.
Put it up. And I don't know if he's trying to save it for his children
Right.
down the line or something.
Right.
He just buys stuff. Just
Right.
buys stuff like you said.
Right. Well, that's what. Go back to verse 11. That verse right there, it says at the end, the latter of it says, saving the beholding of them with their eyes. A lot of us just buy stuff to look at it. Yep. Think about it. Why did you buy the picture on the wall? To look at it. Why you buy those lamps, the matching lamps? To look at them. Come on. Why'd you buy that kind of car? To look at it. Yep. That's what we do. That outfit, those shoes, that food. I'm going to eat it, but first you're going to look at it. And you're going to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to tear you up. Yeah. Yeah. You get these things to look at, to behold it with your eyes. I went to 13. We're going to end this.
Verse 13.
Come on.
There's a sore evil.
There's a sore evil.
Which I have seen under the sun.
This is Solomon, the wisest man ever. It's a sore evil I've seen under the sun. Read.
Namely
what?
Riches kept for the owners thereof to their heart hurt.
Now how I gonna bring that out soon? Namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. Your riches can hurt you. We're going to see how. Keep reading.
Verse 14. But those riches perish by evil travail.
But those riches perish by evil travail. Come on.
And he begetteth a son.
Read.
And there is nothing in his hand.
Move it up some, E. Thank you, King. Go ahead.
Verse 15.
There's nothing in his hand. Meaning there's nothing left to give his son as an inheritance. It brought him hell his whole life. The riches. Go ahead.
As he came forth of his mother's womb.
As he came forth of his mother's womb.
Naked shall he return.
He came forth of his mother's womb naked. He gonna return
to go as
naked.
He came.
To go as he came. Go ahead.
And shall take nothing of his labor.
Nothing of his labor. Read.
Which he may carry away in his hand.
You ain't taking nothing away in your hand. You ain't leaving here with nothing. And I think we understand that. I think the point of us that we need to understand is to rid ourselves of this stuff, of these things. Read the last verse.
Verse 16.
Come on.
And this also is a sore evil.
And this also is a sore evil.
That at all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit had he that hath labored for the wind?
And what profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? I got my last precept. Give me, I was going to deal with Matthew 6. I'm not. Let's deal with Haggai. The prophet Haggai. And after this, I yield. It's time to bring those bags, family. If you don't bring it here, give it to a brother or sister who you know need it. It could be food.
Haggai what, King?
Chapter 1, verse 2. When you bring those bags, when you bring that stuff, you're building the house of the Most High. We can't be too concerned about our house, our stuff. That's going to get us in trouble. You don't want to be in trouble. Read.
The book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 2.
Come on.
Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, this people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house shall be built.
It ain't the time. It's time for us to deal with our stuff, to accumulate our wealth. This ain't the time. But I beg to differ. This is the time. Read on.
Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, saying, is it time for you?
It was something in there. Read verse 2 again.
The book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 2. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, this people say.
Stop. The Most High know our thoughts, know every inner thought, know what we talking about, and he knew that his people, this was on his people's mind. More worried about their stuff than the house of the Most High. Read on.
The time is not come.
And you know, at the time when Solomon was building the temple of the Most High, because ain't nothing wrong with stuff, it's just how you use stuff. Don't you know that when Solomon was building the house of the Most High, that he used the best stuff? The best stuff. Cedar. You can't build a house with nothing else but cedar, bro. That house will last you 200 years. Cedar, gold, ivory. Yeah, I mean rugs and drapes and come on. Beautiful. And Solomon's throne? Oh. Man, that's why Queen, she walked up in there, man, like, I had to see for myself. He took pride in it, and that's what we need to do. We got some of the baddest stuff in our house that can beautify the school. This is where our mind need to be at. You get rid of that stuff, the Most High gonna give you more stuff. Do we believe that? Read on.
Verse 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai,
come on,
the prophet, saying.
Saying what?
Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses?
Come on.
In this house lie waste.
Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses? Why is it sealed? To store your stuff. Because you don't want nobody coming in and stealing your stuff, so you seal it. And this house, his house, lay waste? Question. Keep reading.
Verse 5. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts.
What did the Most High say?
Consider your ways.
And that's what the prophet's saying this morning. We're saying consider your ways. We got to consider our ways, brothers and sisters. We got to really sit back and say, hold on, what am I doing? I got to let go of some of this stuff. If you don't, when you die, the heathen going to get it. Some wicked kids going to get it. Some wicked aunties and uncles, fighting over your stuff. I knew him first. You know how long I knew her? Going through your stuff and you in the grave. The same stuff you were holding to all your life, now somebody dividing your stuff. How many funerals have you been to?
That's why this scripture, I'm paraphrasing, but it was talking about when you die, who stuff this?
Who should you leave it to?
Who these things gonna belong to then?
Come on.
They gonna be fighting and arguing.
They gonna be fighting over it, over stuff. It's best to use your stuff. Right. Use your stuff to bless. Use your stuff to build up the church of the Most High. Use your stuff for good. Keep reading.
Verse 6.
I'm done with this. Come on.
Ye have sown much.
You sown much.
And bring in little.
And we in those days today. That's why food prices going up. took a, man, I think about a month ago, took $150 into Kroger's, going shopping. I need a bag. And I'm not playing. My bag was a little bit bigger than this. $150 at Kroger on groceries.
I spend more than that sometimes.
I might have had 2 of these small ones. You know it ain't right.
Boy, about a TI-83 calculator.
Come on. Come on. Look at the prices. You sowing much, but we bringing in what? Little, read.
Ye eat.
You eating.
But ye have not enough.
But you ain't got enough. Come on.
Ye drink.
Come on.
But ye are not filled with drink.
This is the work of the Most High. When you don't want to give to him, when you don't want to relinquish that stuff, it's something he going to do with your stuff. This is what he going to do with your stuff. Read.
Ye clothe you.
You clothe you.
But there is none warm.
Ain't nobody warm. Read on.
And he that earneth wages.
And he that earneth wages.
Earneth wages. To put it into a bag with holes.
Because you ain't doing but buying stuff. And then look around like, damn, where my money went to? Hold on, I bought one. Come on, you done did it before. Hold on, what did I buy? Because you know when you break 100, that 100 gone. You can spend 10 out there 100. I'm going to save this 90. You gonna lie? You got wife, kid, food. That 100 gone. Not going to say bye-bye. He that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. This is the Most High's dealing. When you refuse to use your stuff correctly. Watch this. Read verse 7.
Verse 7.
And I'm done.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Read.
Consider your ways.
He said it again. He reiterates again. Consider your ways in dealing with your stuff. Read on.
Go up to the mountain and bring wood and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified.
Come on.
Say it the Lord.
Say who?
Say it the Lord.
Read.
Verse 9. Ye look for much.
You look for much. Everybody out here looking for a little bit more to survive. Don't be here lying. Read.
And lo, it came to little.
Why? We're going to find out.
And when you
it's how you dealing with your stuff. When you stingy, selfish, covetous, this is what the Most High going to do. This is what Israel was. They was covetous. They was idolaters. Read on with stuff. Read.
And when ye brought it home.
When you brought it home.
I did blow up on it.
You took your stuff home. He blew up on it. I knew. Hold on, man. Somebody didn't steal it from me. Nah, I'm going to have blowing it. You look for much and lo, it came to little. And when you brought it home, because that's where you take your stuff to. You take it home. What do you do with it? I did blow upon it. Read.
I did blow upon it.
Watch this. Read.
Why?
Whoa, that's the answer. That's the question. You want to know why? Let's find out why. Read on.
Say it, the Lord of hosts.
Read.
Because of mine house, because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man into his own house.
That's why you suffering. That's why you going through. That's why you ain't got enough. Because you ain't handling your increase properly. That's why it's happening. Supposed to be tithes brought, or offering rather, brought them to the church. Nobody doing that. Not enough money for food to feed the people. We leave chip bags and drink bags and cookies, snacks all around the whole sanctuary. Our stuff. Yeah. This is what we do. And then the prophets got to come out and beg for your stuff. When you should be giving your stuff. Giving your stuff. Give it. Read on.
Verse 10. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew.
What helps the plants to grow? Dew. Dew is moisture. It's water. It brings nutrients. It helps. It brings prosperity. Read on.
And the earth is stayed from her fruit.
Read on, last one.
Verse 11.
Come on.
And I call for a drought upon the land.
Come on.
And upon the mountains. And upon the corn.
Read.
And upon the new wine.
Come on.
And upon the oil.
Come on.
And upon that which the ground bringeth forth. And upon men. And upon cattle. And upon all the labor of the hands.
Of the hand. We're going to end right there. Give up your stuff. And I yield.
I'll pray to the Most High. Testing. All praise to the Most High. Off of what he was just saying, get Philippians 2 real quick. He was just bringing out in Haggai 1, where he was talking about everybody was running to their own house. Let's see, right after Ephesians, I believe. It's one of them small books. Philippians 2, read verse 19.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 19. But I trust in the Lord Jesus to send Timothy shortly unto you.
So this is Paul talking to the Philippians. He said, but I trust in the Lord Jesus to send Timothy shortly unto you. Go ahead.
That I also may be of good comfort.
He said that I might be of good comfort. Go ahead.
When I know your state.
When I know your state. Because Paul was trying to check on the church in Philippia. He said, I'm going to send Timothy to y'all so I can know of your state. Go ahead.
For I have no man like-minded.
He said, I ain't got no other man like-minded, but this Timothy that I'm sending to you. Go ahead.
Who will naturally care for your state.
Who shall naturally care for your state. The point is in verse 21.
For all seek their own.
You see, they said, for all seek their own. This is the same thing Haggai was saying in Haggai 1. He said, for all seek their own. Go ahead.
Not the things which are Jesus Christ.
But not the things which are Christ, which is, might burn one another's burden, being there for the next person. Everybody was, like Haggai said, everybody was running to their own house. Worrying about their own things, their own stuff. And the reason why we run after stuff like that and we try to grab all these things because we have been conditioned to believe that you ain't nobody until you got something. It wouldn't be hard for a man or a woman to be content if people didn't judge you off of what you had. That's the whole reason why you get it. You want somebody to look at you different. Give me Luke 12. Luke chapter 12. Start at 15 when you get there.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 15.
So listen to what Christ's saying here. Go ahead.
And he said unto them.
What'd he say?
Take heed.
He said, take heed. Go ahead.
And beware of covetousness.
He said, and beware of covetousness. We just looked up the word covetousness. Having that desire, having that inordinate desire for wealth. He said, take heed of that. Beware of that. Go ahead.
For a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things.
Of the what?
Of the things.
So for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things or stuff that Kyle talking about. Go ahead.
Which he possesseth.
Man, your life is not in that. Right. Your life is not in the amount of stuff that you got or the amount of stuff you can buy. That means jack diddly squat to the Most High or Christ. It don't mean nothing to him. Keep going. Verse 16.
And he spake a parable unto them.
He said he spake a parable unto them. Go ahead.
Saying
what?
The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful.
He said the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. Go ahead. Verse 17.
And he thought within himself. Saying, what shall I do?
He said, what shall I do?
Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits.
I ain't got no room to bestow my fruits or to bestow my stuff. We were just looking at it on the video with George Carlin. He said, when you got too much stuff, what you got to do? You got to go get a bigger house so you can have more storage to put your stuff in. It's finna say it in verse 18. Go ahead.
And he said,
What he say?
This will I do.
He said, this will I do. Go ahead.
I will pull down my barns.
I'm going to pull down my barns.
And build greater.
And build greater. So now, it's just like George Carlin, what he said. I got to go get a big house. Go ahead.
And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
I'm going to bestow all my things and my stuff, my fruits and my goods. Go ahead, verse 19.
And I will say to my soul.
And I'm going to say to my soul.
Soul. Thou hast much goods laid up for many years.
Man, you got a lot of stuff that laid up for many years. You got a lot of goods. Go ahead.
Take thine ease.
Chill out, soul.
Eat.
Drink.
And be merry.
And be merry, because I got plenty now. Go ahead, verse 20.
But God said unto him,
what'd he say?
Thou fool.
Thou fool.
This night thy soul shall be required of thee.
This night thy soul shall be required of thee. This is the precept that I quoted earlier. Go ahead.
Then whose shall those things be?
He said, then whose shall those things be? Go ahead.
Which thou hast provided.
Which thou hast provided. He had spake foolishly. Matter of fact, give me Sirach 5. We're going to come right back. Sirach 5. Read verse 1. This is what that certain rich man said.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 1.
This is a warning against what he said, rather. Salakia, go ahead.
Set thy heart upon thy goods.
Read that again.
Set thy heart upon thy goods.
Read that again.
Set thy heart.
Read that one more time. Set
thy heart.
It should say set not.
Oh, no.
You don't say it in the app. See, that's why you need the physical book. Yeah, the app say set thy heart upon thy goods. And say, no, okay, it said different. But it say not in the scripture.
Right, okay.
But go ahead and read that version. I'll take that version.
Set not thy heart upon thy goods.
It says, set not thy heart upon thy goods.
And say not.
And say not.
I have enough for my life.
I have enough for my life. This is what the certain rich man said in Luke chapter 12. He said, oh man, I got much goods. I'm straight. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take my ease. I ain't been to work. I ain't been to do nothing. And the Most High said, thou fool. Going back to Luke 12. Luke 12, read verse 20 again.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 20.
Go ahead.
But God said unto him,
what'd he say?
Thou fool.
Thou fool. Go ahead.
This night thy soul shall be required of thee.
He says, this night your soul shall be required of you. You gonna die. Don't none of this stuff matter that you sitting up here hoarding. Go ahead.
Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Who shall those things be, that stuff be, which thou hast provided? Go ahead, verse 21.
21. So is he that layeth up treasure for himself?
He says, so is he, just like this rich man. He says, so is he that layeth up treasure for himself. Go ahead.
And is not rich toward God.
And is not rich toward the Most High. We got to strive to be rich toward the Most High and not in this earth. That's what we got to strive for. I like what Kyle brought out in Luke 17. Let's go back there real quick. Luke 17. We ain't gonna get all that. Just get verse 31.
The book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 31.
Uh-huh.
In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop.
Stop right there. It says, in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop. My brothers and sisters, y'all on the housetop right now. Everybody across the four corners of the earth right now, keeping the commandments, they on the housetop right now. The Most High done woke you up, gave you the knowledge of the truth, told you got to keep the commandments. You are on the housetop. Go ahead.
And his stuff in the house.
Spiritually, your stuff in the house, that's the past. The things that you have walked away from, the things that used to be a part of your life, the things that you used to care about, that's back there. That's old news. You on the top of the house now. Go ahead.
Let him not come down to take it away.
Don't go back to it. He telling us to come on up out of there, move forward. Don't go back to that. Go ahead.
And he that is in the field,
let
him likewise not return back.
Don't turn back. It's telling you, man, you at a good spot right now, man. You on the housetop. Do not turn back for this old stuff, these things that don't even matter. The thing can be anything. It can be money. It can be family. It can be whatever. Don't turn back because of that stuff, those things. Keep going.
Remember Lot's wife.
It says, remember Lot's wife. Go ahead.
Whosoever shall seek to save his life.
Whosoever shall seek to save his life, thinking about that stuff or those things left behind, being like Lot's wife when the Most High said, look, you need to move forward because I'm finna destroy this place. Get up out of there. Go ahead.
Shall lose it.
You're going to lose it.
And whosoever shall lose his life.
And whosoever shall lose his life and say, you know what, man, I ain't worried about that stuff.
Shall preserve it.
You going to preserve your life. Because you ain't worried about the things and the stuff. Give me Ezekiel 11. Go ahead.
Because there's one thing that has normally the people of the Most High, we're not in that position. This is how the nations act. But by us being raised amongst these people and not being in the truth for so long, now we acting like them. One thing that we are scared to lose, it's not even our life. We scared to lose stuff. We'll give up our life to get stuff. Some of those folks run up in there.
In harm's way.
Just in harm's way. Folks right there run up in that store, man, because they got trampled on. Anything. Giving up their life and their health for stuff.
Right. That's just like people that go out and do adult film. Y'all know what adult films are. So somebody going out there to do adult films, it was lucrative money for them, but you risking your life doing it. For stuff. For stuff. You're going to go do some of the most risky behavior just so you can get paid. That's not a life to live. Y'all, we on the top of the house. And I promise you, it's conducive that we stay there. Ezekiel 11, start at verse 16.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 11, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Therefore say.
Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord God.
What'd he say?
Although I have cast them far off.
He said, although I have cast them far off.
Among the heathen.
Among the heathen. Go ahead.
And although I have scattered them among the countries.
Although I have scattered them among the countries. This is where we at right now. Go ahead.
Yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary.
Yet shall I be unto them as a little sanctuary. It's little sanctuaries everywhere. You got right here in Memphis. You got some Oklahoma, New York, California, Florida, Mississippi. Little congregations, little camps everywhere. Everywhere. Even, I named places in America. What about Germany and Africa? You got camps over there. Little sanctuaries in the country where we what?
Shall come.
Where we shall come. We on the rooftop right now, waiting for the Most High to deliver us. Keep going. We get to a point.
Therefore, say.
Thus
said the Lord God.
Thus said the Lord God what?
I will even gather you from the people.
This is what we waiting on. I'm going to gather you from the people. You standing on the rooftop waiting on him to come and grab everybody and get us on up out of there. That's what you waiting on. Right. Keep going.
And assemble you out of the countries.
And I'm going to assemble you out of the countries. Go ahead.
Where ye have been scattered.
Where ye have been scattered. Keep going.
And I will give you the land of Israel.
And I'm going to give you the land of Israel. Keep going. Verse 18.
And they say, and they shall come thither.
And they going to come thither.
And they shall take away all the detestable things.
They going to do what?
They shall take away all the detestable things.
They going to take away all the detestable things, all the detestable stuff. They going to be on their rooftop and they going to put that behind them. They going to take away all of that. Go ahead.
And all the abominations thereof from thence.
And all the abominations thereof from thence. Man, this stuff is abominable to the Most High. The Most High told us my friendship with the world is what? Enmity toward God. So those things, that stuff, the Most High said, man, we got to take away all that detestable stuff. That don't mean nothing to him at all. Go ahead, verse 19.
And I will give them one heart.
And this is what we waiting on, standing on their housetop. He said, I'm going to give them one heart. Go ahead.
And I will put a new spirit within you.
And I'm going to put a new spirit within you. Go ahead.
And I will take the stony heart out of their flesh.
And I'm going to take the stony heart out of their flesh. Go ahead.
And will give them a heart of flesh.
And I'm going to give them a heart of flesh. Keep going.
That they may walk in my statutes.
That they may walk in my statutes. This is what we waiting on. Go ahead.
And keep my ordinances.
And keep my ordinances.
And do them.
And do them. Go ahead.
And they shall be my people.
They shall be my people.
And I will be their God.
And I'm going to be their God. Go ahead, verse 21.
But as for them whose heart.
But if they be like Lot's wife, get up off their rooftop. Go ahead,
but as for them
whose
heart walketh after the heart of their detestable things,
of their detestable what?
Stuff, things.
Now you done got off the rooftop, you done went back to your things. You done went back to your stuff. You like Lot's wife. He said, but as for them whose heart walketh after the heart of their detestable things. Go ahead.
And their abominations.
Go ahead.
I will recompense their way upon their own heads.
I'm going to recompense their way upon their own heads. If you try to save your life, you going to lose it. I'm going to recompense your way on your own head.
Said the Lord God.
Said the Lord God, man. You got to stay on the rooftop. Don't go back in there looking for that stuff and those things in your past. Man, remember what the goal is. We can forget that in this life. It's easy to forget that in this life. And guess what? Ain't nothing new under the sun. The same thing that you whine and complain and cry about in this life today, I guarantee you the prophets did it too. Matter of fact, I'm about to prove it. Give me Jeremiah 45. The prophets did the exact same thing. They cried and whined and complained about stuff. Hold on, let me get there. Jeremiah 45. I love this chapter. One of the shortest chapters. It might be the shortest chapter in Jeremiah. 5 verses. Start at verse 1.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 45, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
The word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch.
Hold on. It says the word that Jeremiah the prophet spake unto Baruch. This is the same Baruch that we read in the Apocrypha. Right. Jeremiah was talking to Baruch. Go ahead.
The son of Neriah.
The son of Neriah. Go ahead.
When he had written these words in a book at the mouth of Jeremiah.
When he wrote these words in a book at the mouth of Jeremiah. Go ahead.
And the 4th year of
Jehoiakim. In the 4th year of Jehoiakim. Go ahead.
The son of Josiah.
The son of Josiah.
King of Judah.
Saying. What'd he say?
Thus said the Lord.
Thus said the Lord. Go ahead.
The God of Israel.
The God of Israel. So the Most High is using Jeremiah's mouth. Thus said the Lord, the God of Israel. Go ahead.
Unto thee.
Unto you.
O Baruch.
O Baruch. Go ahead, verse 3.
Thou didst say.
The Most High said, man, you did say. Thou didst say. Go ahead.
Woe is me now.
Man, Baruch was like, man, woe is me now, man. Woe is me. Go ahead.
For the Lord have added grief to my sorrow.
So he was complaining. He said, the Lord has added grief to my sorrow. Go ahead.
I fainted in my sign.
I'm fainting with my sign. Go ahead.
And I find no rest.
And I don't find no rest. This is Baruch, a prophet. A prophet of the Most High, complaining the same way we doing in this lifetime. Man. He said, look, he added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sign, and I find no rest. But let's see what else the Most High got to say to him. Verse 4.
Thus shalt thou say unto him.
Thus shalt thou say unto him. He telling Jeremiah to say this to him. Go ahead.
The Lord said thus.
The Lord said what?
Behold, that which I have built will I break down.
He said, these things that I built, I'm going to break it down. Go ahead.
And that which I have planted.
And the things that I planted,
I will pluck up.
I'm going to pluck up.
Even this whole land.
Even this whole land. Even today, this whole land. Everything the Most High built, he going to break it down. Anything he planted, he going to pluck it up. Even this whole land. That land then, because they was in Babylon then. This Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, the daughter of the Chaldeans. This whole land is going to get plucked up too. So while we complaining, we just like Baruch. He said, I'm finna pluck up this whole thing. Now read verse 5. The Most High asked him a question.
And seekest thou great things for thyself?
Seekest thou what?
Great things for thyself.
Baruch was seeking great things for himself. Great stuff. He said, you seeking great things for yourself? Great stuff? What did he say after this?
Seek them not.
Seek them not. Seek them not. Why?
For behold, I will bring evil upon all flesh.
The Most High said, I'm finna bring evil upon all flesh. You don't see Russia and Ukraine right now? You don't see that Russia the president just went over here and clicked up and got to talking with Iran and they shaking hands, taking pictures. You don't see China going over here with Africa and talking to these countries in Africa. You don't see them sending ships, sending planes over here at the borders of Taiwan, even coming over international waters in their own territory, provoking. All of this stuff, the Most High said, and seekest thou great things for yourself? You want some stuff. In a time like this, you want some stuff, Baruch? He said, seek them not, for behold, I will bring evil upon all flesh.
Said the Lord.
Said the Lord. Go ahead.
But thy life,
if you remain on that housetop,
will I give unto thee.
Will I give unto thee
for a prey.
For a prey.
And all places whether thou go.
Wherever you go, you gonna live, but you got to stay on the rooftop though. Don't get down trying to go get this stuff. He said, seek them not. Don't worry about these great things. But I'm telling you, man, the prophets went through the same thing. The same captivity and hell that you going through, Baruch did it too. That's why he said this. Give Baruch chapter 3. Look at what Baruch said. You know he was going through hell. That's why he was seeking great things. I'm telling you, oppression will make you do that. So you can understand it because when a person is oppressed, they trying to go get the bag. I got these bills. I got all this stuff piling up on me, man. Some got to shake. It'll almost tempt the man to go take some. Let me see. Let me get there with you. What Baruch is? In the Apocrypha somewhere. Baruch 3:8. This is the reason why Baruch was seeking great things for himself, and the reason why the Most High had to use the mouth of Jeremiah to rebuke him and tell him, man, don't seek that. Wherever you go, you gonna live. Stay on the housetop. I got you. Baruch 3:8.
The book of Baruch chapter 3 verse 8.
Go ahead.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
This is Baruch talking, man. He said, we are yet this day in our captivity, even right now. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Where thou hast scattered us.
He says, where thou hast scattered us. Go ahead.
For a reproach and a curse.
For a reproach and a curse.
And to be subject to payment.
And to be subject to payments. Man. And this is why he was seeking the bag. Man, I'm tired of these payments. I'm tired of this reproach. I'm tired of this curse. That's why he told the Most High, you can add a grief to my sorrow. I'm fainting. I'm sighing. Ugh. When I'm going to get me? When can I get it how I live? Keep going. Going through it.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers. Go ahead.
Which departed from the Lord our God.
Which departed from the Lord our God. This is the reason why he was seeking great things for himself and stuff for himself. And is that not the reason why a lot of us, that's one of the reasons why a lot of us trying to go get money now. Man, you trying to find solutions to the fact that you gotta be subject to payments. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is you being judged off what you got and what you don't got. So that's a few reasons right there off the top. But guess what? Baruch wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one saying, look, man, when am I going to get this or how long it's going to be? I'm going through this. Give me 2 Ezra 4. Everybody looking for some stuff. Everybody looking for some things. Second Ezra chapter 4. I got one after this, and we can close on that. I just wanted to bring a little bit. Second Ezra 4. Read verse 33 when you get there.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 4, verse 33.
Go ahead.
Then I answered and said.
So this is Ezra's right here, the prophet Ezra's. He said, he was talking to the angel. He said, then I answered and said, go ahead.
How and when shall these things come to pass?
How and when shall what?
These
things come to pass. He's trying to figure out how long we gonna be suffering. How and when shall these things come to pass? Go ahead.
Wherefore, as our years few and evil.
He said, wherefore, he said, are our years few and evil. Go ahead, verse 34.
And he answered me.
What'd he say?
Saying
what?
Do not thou hasten. Do not thou hasten above the Most High.
So he had to rebuke him. He said, look, man, do not thou hasten above the Most High. The same way Jeremiah had to tell Baruch, man, hey, man, like, chill. And the angel had to tell Ezra, he said, look, man, do not thou hasten above the Most Highest. Go ahead.
For thy haste is in vain to be above him.
He said, for your haste is in vain to be above him. Go ahead.
For thou hast much exceeded.
You have much exceeded and trying to haste and rush the Most High, talking about, man, how long this going to be and when this going to be. When shall these things happen for me? Go ahead.
Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions?
You see that it says, did not the souls also of the righteous? Guess what? Baruch wasn't the only one. It was other souls of the righteous doing the same thing. Yeah. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Everything that we complain about in Israel right now, the prophets went through the same thing. Same stuff, different captivity.
Right.
It said, did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions? Go ahead.
Of these things.
Of these what?
Of these things.
Of these things or this stuff. Go ahead.
In their chambers.
In their chambers. They was in their house whining and crying and complaining and weeping, asking questions about these things. In their chambers. Go ahead. Saying what?
How long shall I hope in this fashion?
How long shall I hope on this fashion? Go ahead.
When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward?
When am I going to get my reward? Every last one of the righteous souls is doing the exact same thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But we have to understand, man, we got to stay on the rooftop. I know things get crazy, get difficult. Gas prices went up, then it's trying to come down again. Food going up. All this stuff that's going on. Folks food stamps getting cut. The check you was getting there first and got cut. Man, you got to stay on the rooftop. You got some on there, King?
Everybody in here, including me, we all have certain expectations. We're expecting something. And that's what I got from here. Don't supersede that with the Most High. This precept
it's
here.
It's a process.
It's a process. It's really teaching us how to trust the Most High more. You know, we hoping this move. Man, when that's gonna come in with it? Just hoping the Most High and let Him, do it on His time. Because when we do certain things like that, like he told me here, man, when's it gonna come? You doing it in vain. It's for nothing. So you causing your own headache. Go ahead, Doc.
It was the time even when the disciples asked Christ. They said, you gonna come and you finna destroy the kingdom of Israel?
It's an Acts.
And he told one day. Go ahead and read that, bro.
Was it Acts? X1?
This time.
5 and 6. Everybody been waiting for the kingdom.
Everybody been waiting.
They thought it was coming way back then when Christ walked up.
Nah, that's right here, verse 6. Verse 6. Go ahead and read that. Hold on. Is that verse 6 we looking for?
When he asked for restore time restore again.
What verse you at? 6. Is that the one you looking for? Yep, that's it. Go ahead.
The book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 6. When they therefore were come together.
Go ahead.
They asked of him.
What they asked?
Saying
what?
Lord.
Wilt
thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel?
Everybody was waiting. Like, man, we gonna get the king, you gonna restore that back to us so I can have a little something now? Everybody is waiting for the things and the stuff. You got to stay on the rooftop, man.
That Christ told you to look for, you see a lot of that going on right now. So I wanted to go over that. So the people can understand we come to them we have been.
Is it going
Hey, he just said something major. We really closer than you think because some of y'all want to hear it for the law reading. And in the law reading, we was talking about that day of the Lord. And the day of the Lord is talking about that nuclear destruction. Think about how close we is to that.
Now,
we very close to that.
Now, I'm not prophesying them, but I said this a few times in the past. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it. I've been saying it. 2024, we had 7 years ago, we're a little under 5, close to 6 now. We had an eclipse.
2017.
Right. And 7 years from now on, it's supposed to be another one. It's supposed to form an X. That's the year 2024. We was talking about Trump this morning, and talking about getting back in on 2024. The way you got white people talking about, man, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna vote no more because our voting, stuff is missed. You got so much chaos and turmoil going on, man, but I really believe that something special is gonna happen. But like King said, we closer than what we think. And I don't want to keep saying it like that, though, but I believe we are closer than, because the times are measured through the stars and the moon and the sun. So that's how we stay on track with these feast days and everything. Our clock is in the skies. So we pay attention to those moons and those blood moons and the feast days and,
But it just go to show how close we is. We closer than they was, and they was asking. We way closer. They ain't had no nukes. They had no nukes then. They ain't know how that fire and destruction come. We know that now. They didn't know that. A couple of them, seen it in visions, and they explained it the best way they could. Zechariah seen it in the vision. So he's like, the holes gonna burn up in their head, their tongue gonna burn out their mouth. Peter said, he said, man, the elements gonna melt and different things like this. So they explained it the best way they knew how. But the sky gonna unroll like a scroll. The heavens gonna shake. The earth gonna shake. They explaining this thing the best way they can. But we know, that's them nukes that did that. So we way closer now. Stay on the rooftop. Don't go back worrying about them things. Don't get like the scripture tell you was that 2 Timothy 2. It said, matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it. So I don't butcher it. 2 Timothy 2.
That we closer than we ever been.
Mm-hmm.
You could be just going about your normal day. And you just gonna stop at the store and buy something. And you'll find yourself in an argument.
For no reason.
With a 2/3.
Allegedly.
And you ain't did nothing. You ain't looking for that. You just trying to go and get a candy bar or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you waiting in line. And something gonna happen. You ain't arguing with a 2/3. You ain't even looking for that. You got to stay away from them. And that's another thing we're learning at this time. You got to start cutting them ties. Cutting them ties with them 2/3. Because they finna suffer. Way worse than you finna suffer. And if you love them, they gonna pull you right in. And they gonna use them kids. Can I sleep on your couch? You ain't got nowhere to go.
You ain't lying.
And they gonna bring that evil right in your house. You ain't gonna be able to get them out when they get in there. Because they ain't gonna have nowhere else to go.
Now you stuck. That was kind of heavy right there. 2 Timothy 2, read verse 3.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Thou therefore endure hardness.
It says, thou therefore endure hardness. Stay on that rooftop. Go ahead.
As a good soldier of Jesus Christ.
As a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Go ahead, verse 4.
No man that warreth.
No man that warreth.
Entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
That's getting off the rooftop and going back to go get your stuff. Because when you standing on the rooftop, you in a war. It's like you spiritually on their rooftop with a sniper rifle with these words right here. Spiritually. But when you go back in their house, you entangling yourself with the former things, the affairs or things of this life. Go ahead.
That he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
You were chosen to be a soldier. You was chosen to take a stand on their rooftop and wait for him. Don't go back and entangle yourself, man. Now, going back to not going back, but let's go to Matthew 19. Gideon brought this to my mind when he brought out the one in Acts 1, when it said everybody was looking for something. They was looking for some things. I think this is what I want. Matthew 19. Read verse 27. That's all I want. Verse 27. Matthew 19:27.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 27.
Go ahead.
Then answered Peter and said, unto him,
what did he say?
Behold.
He said, behold.
We have forsaken all.
Man, we have forsaken all. We have left everything. Go ahead.
And followed thee.
And we followed you. So in his mind state, he still wants something. He's like, look, I forsook everything and I followed you. Go ahead.
What shall we have therefore?
Man, what I'm going to get? Everybody looking for something. Everybody is looking for something. That's an old song back in the 80s. Y'all remember that? Well, I know some of the younger people don't remember that, but I be listening to some of the old songs. So it said, everybody is looking for something. You know what I'm talking about? Back in the 80s? Yeah, a British lady saying that. She said, some people want to, whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But everybody is looking for something or some stuff. All right, last one. Give me Matthew 22. So while we live this life, guess what? It's going to be things that we going to have to do that pertains to this life. We know that. Because you can't just say, oh, I ain't going to worry about it then. I ain't going to do no work. I'm just going to sit back. I don't need to look for nothing. I don't need to do nothing at all. It's not the case. You still going to have to do things and render unto Caesar. And that's what we finna pull. Matthew 22, read verse 15.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 15.
Go ahead.
Then, when the Pharisees took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk.
So they trying to entangle him in his talk. The same way when we was told in 2 Timothy, look, don't go be entangled back into the world. The Pharisees wanted to entangle Christ in his talk. Go ahead, verse 16.
And they sent out unto him their disciples.
So they sent their disciples. Go ahead.
With the Herodians.
With the Herodians. Go ahead. Saying what?
Master.
We
know that thou art true.
We know that thou art true. Go ahead.
And teaches the way of God in truth.
And teaches the way of God in truth. And they don't even really believe what they saying to them. They just trying to catch them. Go ahead.
Neither carest thou for any man.
Neither carest thou for any man. Go ahead.
For thou regardest not the person of man.
We know you ain't got no respect to person. We know you don't regard the person of men. Go ahead.
Tell us therefore.
He said, tell us therefore. Go ahead.
What thinkest thou?
He said, what thinkest thou?
Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?
Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Man, we in captivity. We got to pay these bills. Is it lawful to give it to him or not?
But see, they were trying to trick him right there because even if he just said, no, I won't pay Caesar.
They were going to send him in.
That's a death sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't speak against Rome.
Nope. Not over there. Not in Rome.
It's not like the United States where you can say what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, just them little words right there, they were using that trickery. First, they came up flattering.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's trying to get him to let his guard down.
Just like Christ said what he said.
But he perceived, he's hard.
They trying to get me. It ain't my time right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you see the trickery there. They tried to trip him up in his words so they can take this man's life. Go ahead, verse 18.
Verse 18. But Jesus perceived their wickedness.
Like I just said, he peeping game. I'm knowing what you on. I perceive your wickedness. Christ once taught us, look, might be wise as a serpent, humble as a dove. I see you, but I'm pretending like I don't. Go ahead.
And said,
What'd he say?
Why tempt ye me?
But he rebuked them to their face. He said, why tempt ye me? Go ahead.
Ye hypocrites.
Ye hypocrites. Go ahead.
Show me the tribute.
He said, show me the tribute.
Money.
Show me the tribute money. Go ahead.
And they brought unto him a penny.
And they brought a penny to him. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, who is this image in superscription?
He said, whose is this image and superscription? Go ahead.
They say unto him,
what they say?
Caesar's.
This Caesar. Caesar face on this penny. Go ahead.
Then said he unto them,
what he say?
Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
What? Render the things, the stuff unto Caesar, the things that are Caesar's, the stuff that belong to Caesar. So guess what? While we right here in modern day Babylon, render the things or the stuff unto Babylon, the things that pertain to Babylon. Like, yeah, you got to pay them taxes. Yeah, you got to pay that light bill. Yeah, you got to pay that gas bill. Render all those things under Babylon that pertain to them. Go ahead. The strong point.
This strong point, wait. The first thing he said, he said, look at this money. He said, who face on it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing now.
Yeah.
Don't value that money. Your face ain't on that money. That's not our money. We finna have some money, probably gonna have our face on. Yeah, we ain't gonna use it at all. You understand? So that's why I don't buy it, because I know it ain't ours.
It don't mean nothing.
Nope.
It ain't even bagged by nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
solid.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You know what I'm saying? So you render that to them. It pertain to them. Go ahead.
Therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
Go ahead.
And unto God the things that are God's.
Now render the things unto the Most High, the things or the stuff that's unto the Most High, because guess what? Those things or that stuff, moth and rust, mold, ain't none of that gonna mess with those things that belongs to the Most High. They can't be destroyed, but that money can. Matter of fact, it's gonna come a time they gonna be throwing gold in the street. Money, this ain't gonna mean nothing.
Nope.
What you gonna spend it on? All the stuff burnt up, and I use.
I hope y'all enjoyed the lesson today. And it is gonna come a time like that, King. When money and gold and these precious stones, they won't mean nothing. You just be throwing them in the streets. Because we use those things to go and buy stuff. And what you gonna buy when all the stuff is gone? Con. Nah.
They ain't think about no money. Them women over there, they value the men, and the men trying to get bullets.
Yep.
People want to eat food. They want to have shelter. They want peace. But mainly, I say that they say they're running out of ammo.
America gonna send them some more over there.
That's why they lose. So they can't send them enough. So they trying to get it over there. Russia is putting it on them.
Yeah.
All praise for real.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, off what he just said, I just seen a video. It was like some HUMARs or some type of weapons that the Americans sent to Ukraine. Russia just blew it all up. I just seen the video like a day or two ago. They blew it up. So as fast as it got there, the fast it was gone, they blew it up. Well, now while it was in Ukraine, once they got the product, they blew it up and they killed like 150 men that were next to it.
Yeah, well, we know all these things that's happening on the news and around the world. It's all a part of the Most High's plan. They're a part of the Most High's chess game. They making the moves He wants them to make. So we can have hope that our power has full authority over that. We thank YouTube and Facebook for gathering with us today. We are the Maccabees. We are Isaac/Maccabees, Israelite Saints About Christ. And you have a good Sabbath day. I'm Aqua Yawya.
Madanaha.
Shamar.
And we got Ezra on the ones and twos over there. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.